The world looked at Italy in 2006 and saw nothing but a dying ember. But they were a forest fire disguised as a tragedy. They didn't just walk into Germany, they marched. A heavy, rhythmic thud of a debt collector coming to take what was owed. While the world fell in love with the flickering lights of superstars, the Azzurri were huddled in the dark, forged together by a scandal that should have broken their backs. They carried a weight that would have crushed any other nation. No one believed they could win. No one thought a heart could beat that steadily while the house was burning down. But Italy didn't just survive the heat, they owned the flame. They played with a desperate, haunting soul. A brotherhood of 23 men who saw the pitch as their only sanctuary. It was a masterpiece of suffocating beauty, a defense so cold and absolute it felt like an iron door slamming shut on the world's dreams. To look into the eyes of Cannavaro was to see a man who had already won, to feel the rabid, relentless hunger of Gattuso, was to realize you weren't just playing a football match, you were being hunted. Across 7 agonizing matches, they were a shadow that could not be shaken. A blue-clad wall that simply refused to bleed. No opponent could find a way through them in open play. They were a vault that had buried its own key beneath the turf. In the semi-final against Germany, 80,000 souls screamed for their blood. The atmosphere was a cauldron of hate, but they didn't flinch. They waited. They suffered. They bled for each other. They let the tension build until the air was too thick for the world to breathe. Then, in the 118th minute, they struck with a clinical graveyard chill, a moment of silence that broke a nation's heart to save their own. They weren't looking for history books or headlines. They were screaming back at a world that had already counted them out. A single, thundering heartbeat that didn't need the light to find its way. They didn't win because they were the most gifted. They won because they were the only ones who knew how to dance. Side by side with their demons until the music finally stopped and the world was left in their shadow.